everybody, Dacob here. Welcome back to my channel. We're gonna do, even though it's really late in the game, my top 5 perfumes for the month of May, even though it's like the last day of May basically. Doesn't matter, better late than never. These are the perfumes that I have really been using the entire month. I know I usually do it at the beginning of the month because I kind of have a feeling of what I love, but unfortunately it turned out the way it did this time around. But as I said, I repeat, better late than sorry, or better late than never. So the first one, Jaisalmer Incense, Jaisalmer Series 3 from Comme de Garcons. Love this one. This one is very good in May. The camera's so far away from the actual background. Anyway, delicious. The incense is very light in this one. You know, there's a series of 5 of these. One being Avignon, one being Zagorsk, one being Jaisalmer, one being Tokyo, and then there's Avignon, if I didn't mention already. But I also love Avignon. Ah, Jaisalmer is so delicious. Really good for like the weather. When you have a little bit of, you don't really know if it's kind of rain or sunny. It's like the April showers are gone. It's not April anymore, it's May. So we have more sun than rain. But there's still kind of, you know, the leaves are at their peak in terms of green, and this just, to me, fits that vibe completely. And it's rolling away. Bye-bye, Jaisalmer. Okay, here it is again. In the morning, I love to start the day with this one. After that, I want to feel zesty. For those of you who follow me on Instagram, Super Dacob all spelled together, you probably would have noticed by now. I have posted this one. I rarely have it in my top of the month, but this time I have it. It's MISIA. I'm just rediscovered my love for MISIA by Chanel, the Les Exclusives range. This is the Eau de Toilette. I don't enjoy the Eau de Parfum of MISIA, unfortunately. Why I say unfortunately? Because the Eau de Toilette has been discontinued. So if you want to smell the Eau de Toilette, you gotta buy it secondhand. Love it. Love MISIA Eau de Toilette. There's that really intense violet in here, and that violet is going to be overpowering most of the time. There's a bit of orris root in there, a bit of iris. There's that raspberry that I adore in here. It's also very powdery. If you apply it like with a distance from the body, not too close to the body, it's going to have a more powdery effect on you. If you do a little puddle really like close to your body, it's gonna be very overpowering. The aldehydes are gonna kind of, together with the violet, they're gonna unite powers and they're gonna torture you. So you got to be careful how you dose it, but it's really amazing. And there's a freshness to it, even though it's kind of a red scent per se, or well, they promoted it as kind of a violety, red, rosy colored scent. Like if you associate a color, it's like a powder, makeup powder that's red. To me, it's also in a way green. It's like a red green. It's very good for May. I mean, at least this May, with the weather we're having right now, this May, I use this one a lot. I have to say though, mostly when I do like home office type of stuff, when I'm working at home, that's when I kind of like to use this one because it makes me feel like I'm outside even though I'm inside. Fascinating. Moving on. Using a lot, number 22, also from the Les Exclusives by Chanel, Eau de Toilette. I have made a review also of the Eau de Parfum. I'm not a fan of the Eau de Parfum in the dry down. So the Eau de Toilette is more incensey. There's more of that Chanel detached type of clinical way of treating aldehydes, which I adore, mixed with that dry down incense, which is almost gone in the Eau de Parfum. But I have to say, I have re-smelled the Eau de Parfum. It's as if since 2016 to 2019, they're kind of tweaking the formula. The Eau de Parfum of today smells different than the Eau de Parfum of 2016. Still not as good as the Eau de Toilette, but what is fascinating about the Eau de Parfum number 22 is the vanilla twist it has in the dry down now, which you don't really sense that much actually in the old versions of from the 60s of number 22. You don't have it at all, not really. But it's present in the Eau de Parfum version. blended in quite nicely with all that orangey suppleness and kind of milky, almost creamy, dewy, creamy, balmy type of orangey milk. It's very bizarre. Almost like a ceramic milky effect to number 22. Mixed with vanilla makes it much warmer. However, the eau de toilette is not as warm. It's still warm, but it has a kind of a cold heart somewhere in there, which is very Chanel. From the cold heart, which is very Chanel, even though it has hints of warmth, I jump into more warm territories with more tobacco, with roses, with marigold. And when I say marigold, there's only one perfume that really nails it for me. But the tobacco and the smoke and the roses and the ratchetness is only in Boudoir by Vivienne Westwood. This is Eau de Parfum, Coty's edition, also discontinued, guys. So I would get my hands on this if you can, because as of now, Vivienne Westwood has no distribution for Boudoir, meaning it's off the market. It used to be distributed by Lancaster, then it passed on to Coty. Right now, this little fella is homeless. Not an orphan, because thank God Vivienne is still alive, and may she live another billion years in health. So it has its mama, but it doesn't have a home at the moment. No distributor. This one, to me, very fascinating, that kind of the combination of these four already, because, the incense in the morning, then I jump to kind of a violet, then to a dry orange, again with hints of incense, and then I go into a smoky tobacco, rose, marigold direction, a bit more dirty, but still not as hot as May nights can be. Not in terms of how warm or hot the temperature is outside, but mostly about how it is on the inside. And on the inside, I have been feeling Dior's Addict a lot in May. This one is just incredible. I love it to pieces. This is the 2014 formulation. That night blooming cactus, or the queen of the night, or the night blooming cacti, plural of cactus is cacti, go figure, adore it. Again, this is a Demachi reformulation. I'm just sniffing it now. Oh my God, it's so good. He's the master of vanillas, There's like a certain type of vanilla. I keep repeating myself in all my videos where I talk about Dior fragrances, but he knows the vanilla, and he knows his vanilla. And it's a Dior vanilla. It's a branded Dior vanilla, and it's delicious. And this is number 5 for the night. The Eau de Parfum of Dior's Addict. So these are my 5. Unfortunately, the camera is set up a bit too far away, so there's all this empty space. So let's just put a hand here. Proportions, guys. Proportions are everything. Let's lay them down. Chronologically, this one is going to roll away. It just doesn't want to stay where it should. But chronologically, throughout the day, how I use them. Like that would be my... Oh, come on. Everybody's twisting and turning. I'm telling you, it's anarchy. Anarchy in the bunker, which is great. We love anarchy. Okay. Come on. Go back. Nothing. No? Doesn't want to? Come on. Okay. Anyway, I love perfumes so much. Like, you have no clue. This is, to me, they're like, they're more important than clothes, really. You could run around naked in your house, but you still have a perfume on. Damn it. That's what it is. And playing with them, mixing them and matching them, having still hints of MISIA on my skin while I add number 22 later on throughout the day. Delicious. And as they kind of fade, I layer them again with Boudoir. Oh, and then like a touch of this warmth. Of course, this was in the morning, so the incense kind of sticks to you. It's there throughout the day. Just beyond amazing. You just got to give them a couple of hours between each other. Don't layer them all at the same time. All right, you guys, thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please do thumb it up. Let me know what you thought about it in the comment section down below. Also, let me know what your favorites were for the month of May. And if you haven't already but wish to, or consider, subscribe to my channel on YouTube. I'm also on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter, Super Dacob all spelled together. I'm also on Patreon, also Super Dacob all spelled together. On Patreon, you could see videos that you cannot see on YouTube, on my YouTube channel, but also many videos are posted there an exclusive, and then afterwards they come also to my YouTube channel, but the patrons get to see them first. But other videos are only for Patreon. Thank you guys so much for watching. Never give up on love. Love ya. Bye.